right. Well, cheers, everybody, and welcome to tonight's 62nd episode of New Brew. Cheers to Angie. Thank you. I hope you have a great stream yourself. Well, let's welcome in our panel tonight. We have miscellaneous brew reviews.
Cheers.
Dan from FLX Beer Reviews. Matuka fan or something like that.
Motueka Fiend.
Fiend. Okay, it's so tiny I can't see it. I need a bigger screen.
That's what she said.
Dude, when you go to John and Ellie's, just get one of those off of them.
Right.
Curve monitor.
We got Alex, the beer master.
What is up, everybody? Appreciate you. Cheers.
East Coast LQ Reviews.
Cheers.
And Thomas Metal 75,
Hola.
a.k.a. MBR.
Legendary.
Massachusetts Beer Review. All right. Myself, Bumpy Road. Of course, I'm here. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this show started for tonight. We got miscellaneous brew reviews coming up first. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome in. I've got a product here out of Kansas City, Missouri. Comes from Boulevard Brewing Company. This is a new product that I saw on the shelf. This is called their Churro Grande. So it's a barrel-aged imperial brown ale with cinnamon and natural flavors. Limited release, 2023. That is a big-ass brown ale. It's 13.5. Whoa. I didn't realize that. I just bought it. It says enjoy by January 22nd, 2025. So, yeah, I wasn't real impressed with the last, what was it, the S'more. But I had one after that was pretty good. So, it's a brown ale. It's different. Maybe they've been listening, talking, like, bring some stuff back.
Let me know if I need to shout you out at the end of the show, Miss Lane.
No, I'm all right. I'm only 3 beers in.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
It's not 19% like Josh. You should be good.
Definitely an off-color, I'd say like khaki cream-colored head. It's one finger, pretty tight-knit, frothy-looking. It has a very nice, I'd say it's darker than amber. It's almost got a ruby hue to it. It looks dark opaque on there. You can't see shadows, but if you put it to the light, I'd say it's got a nice ruby color to it. Aromas. It smells like a boozy cinnamon toast crunch. Cinnamon's light, which is good. It's got a nice cereal kick to it. I don't know, like if you've ever had it's got a cinnamon toast crunch, like with a milk type of nose, but not, you know what I mean? If you've ever vaped, that's I don't know. It just has a very specific aroma. Other than that, there was a slight sharpness of alcohol right off the get-go, but it's dissipated. It smells really, really good. All right. Cheers.
Please be delicious.
Cheers.
Snoop Dogg might be getting a little bit of aromas. What does Snoop Dogg think of the?
Ooh. Wow. I'd say it's medium bodied. It's got a viscous texture. It's sweet. Coats coats the palate. Carbonation's on the low side. I wouldn't say it's spritzy. Cinnamon. The cinnamon's there. It's light. I'm getting a maple vanilla action. It's probably coming from the barrel. I get almost like you get the barrel on the finish because this is definitely adjunct forward. A little bit of like dry tannin oak flavors. Dry, sticky finish. The booze is there. It's not too overwhelming on the palate. You get that like aspiration of it, like the vapor hits the sinus and stuff, and you can definitely tell this is on a bigger caliber. If you poured this blind, I don't know if I'd say 13.5, but this is not bad. Is it more like a churro? It is. It does give me churro vibe, but I'm leaning more towards um, cinnamon toast crunch. But very, very good. Some people might think it's too sweet. Anyways, moving on. I'll talk about it more later. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers to churros. Speaking of churros.
Better than the Morse more.
Dan.
All right. All right. Today, I have a beer from the Fifth Frame
Whoa.
Brewing Company. This is out of their Blizzy series, and this is the Shamrock Shake. So they deem this one as a frozen dessert style sour Shamrock Shake, 6% ABV, and no can on date, but this is super fresh. So yeah, let's dive in. So typically we've had a couple of these on, I think one on Joe's channel, one on our channel. It's like a pastry kind of sour kind of thing, but usually super sweet and just.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna look like
Wow,
green.
that's green.
Green milk. Wow.
That's a green fudge.
Nice.
That's a different shade of green. It's like
That's the Ninja Turtle green.
Hell yeah.
Ooze.
So yeah, it's all the green. It's got some green to it, and some green.
That's cool.
So it looks like I don't know, man. Secret of the Ooze kind of thing going on, except more vibrant. I'm a big proponent of Shamrock Shake. Like, I at least got to get at least one when it hits for the season for McDonald's. So I'm all about it. So I am eager to see as it dissipates. You see all the pectin and just everything just coating the glass. So let's give it away. Ooh. So the Shamrock Shake at McDonald's is like minty, if you will.
Yeah.
This is completely opposite. This is like vanilla ice cream mixed with like pistachio ice cream. Oh, feels kind of bright. Just smells sweet. I know you can't smell sweet, but I smell sweet, and that's what makes me special. But other than that. All right, let's dive in. Cheers, and this is toxic, and I'll probably not make it back from this. So,
Yep. Cheers.
Please be delicious.
Now this
Cheers.
is the time I tell you once again that March 14th is a special St. Patrick's themed multi-month. I mean, new brew.
I've already opened it. I can't go back now.
Oh, you can get another St. Patrick's Day beer. You never tried yet.
Yeah, I'm sure. Trust me, I'm sure Froth will make one just as similar.
Hey.
Okay, wow. So that is straight up pistachio ice cream. Like, there's no getting around it. It's Ben and Jerry's pistachio on pistachio ice cream that they make. You got that vanilla, you get the pistachio. It's not overtly complex or anything. It is kind of what it is. I will say the body maybe could come off a little thin comparatively. If you've never had one of these before, maybe you want to say that, but I've had a lot of other Blizzies. And they come out very chewy. The mouthfeel is creamy.
Yes.
Yeah, Alex, I know you'd like that, buddy.
I just like that juiciness, creaminess. I don't know.
There is a spritz of carbonation that breaks it up, which I think it goes very well with it. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, it's very drinkable for what it is. And that's rough. Same Blizzy. Usually these things are like sickly sweet, like diabetes in the can. You're just like, you take one sip,
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
no, I'm good. This is actually, they made this one rather drinkable. I enjoy it. I mean, it's definitely leaving everything there is. They don't ever actually say on any source that I can find what the actual ingredients are besides pistachio. So I don't know if there's any nuts in here or if there's any, what's going on. I would imagine some form of lactose or something, but that I've talked long enough. It's a toxic green colored sludge and it's delicious. If you like pistachio, you're probably not gonna like it. So cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Cheers, Joe's cousin.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, Joey's cut. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Awesome, Bumpy.
Thank you, Dan.
Appreciate you, Mike. Good job.
In
There you go.
Buffalo, New York, this was made in 1937.
Oh my God, nothing but fun. I love life. You know, with these YouTube channels. All right, well, today I am super pistachio bros from. Well, first let's show the name, and we'll get into the actual brewery. And we all know who it is. It is Prairie.
Oh,
So let's get into this, shall we? Or smell it, taste it, all those wonderful things. I think Prairie has done pretty well. You've obviously seen me review beers.
Well, I thought Dan would be a little bit more excited for that beer for you there, Alex.
I know, because Dan probably likes this stuff too, because I think he's obsessed with
Oh,
Prairie.
he's a Super Mario fanboy. I like Super
Exactly.
Mario.
Let's
Dan.
pour this up, shall we?
And
Yes.
he just had a pistachio beer.
What's that?
Said, and he just had a pistachio beer too. So.
Nice, Angie. Nice. Let's see what I see. Oh, nice smoke. Nice smoke. Please be delicious. That's
I
right.
always have.
Cheers, Jay.
Now that, my friends, is jet black to the T. If that's what you want, jet black, that's what it is. It's like you got that milky chocolate, like, Oreo or whatever that we call it. Dark, delicious beer. Nice frothy bubbles. It has dropped tremendously. Yeah, that looks creamy as anything, at least in my opinion. Oh, wow. That smells like, I don't smell pistachios, but I smell that sweet, I think I got this right, I don't know, we'll find out in a second. Sweet baker's chocolate, I believe. Could be a dark chocolate, I don't know. Wow, that smells really good. Is it going to be sickly sweet? I wonder, but I've dealt with sickly sweet beers before. But they're still delicious. Let's get into it. Let's see what it tastes like. And cheers.
Well, I like how you're winging it.
Wow.
I've got all
That-
that.
That is heaven. I'm definitely going to find some other bottles of this. This is already chocolate bar in a glass. A little bit of creaminess. And as you drink it and as you swallow it, you kind of taste that sweet bar, kind of like that chocolate bar taste. Do I taste pistachio? I could be tasting in that in between, but it's more chocolate. That mouthfeel is very perfect. Great flavor. Has that great creaminess. Smoothly right down the palate. Little bit of slight burn in the chest.
Cheers, Sam.
This is a winner. That is a winner. Whew. You don't want to drink 2 or 3 of these. I think this is a 13 or 14%. So you would not want to drink a few of these. I mean, don't get me wrong, it goes down easily, but a lot of these beers do. But they are proven. It's not just a chocolate bar beer. It is a beer. It's reminding me, hey, this is a 14-15% beer. Don't be stupid because that burns mining.
Moderation, right there, Alex.
Yes, exactly. One of you guys said you had it.
Sure did.
Who had it?
I think Miscellaneous said he did.
Yeah, Andrew had it. So, yeah, this is phenomenal.
So you don't taste any nuts in there, Alex. No nuts.
No, I don't taste that at all. But I do taste like a chocolate bar kind of flavor to it, though, Andrew. Also, a lot of creaminess. But I'm gonna continue to drink this. I don't want to stay, talk for an hour. So this is a good beer. If you can get this, please do it. It's very, very smooth, very, very flavorful, fully chocolate all the way through, like a chocolate bar. Yeah, there's no nuts in this. There is nuts in it, but you don't taste them. So, actually, come to think about it, as I'm talking, I do taste a little bit towards the end. Way towards the end, but it's more chocolate and creamy and like a chocolate bar. It's a chocolate bar liquid. It's a chocolate bar in a liquid. It's a liquid chocolate bar in a glass. Please try to get this and let me know what you think. I'm gonna shut up, and it's gonna be a high rating. I can tell you that. You'll know. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks, Alex.
Anytime, brother.
All right. Tanner.
All right. To address Miscellaneous' comment, inhaling alcohol vapor, for some odd reason, I literally got a comment on my channel today of some guy asking me to do that, which I don't think I'll be doing any of that. But
I'm not your troll, bro.
That's a crazy drug right there.
are you Kevin Johnston, Miscellaneous? All right. So shout out to Beerman and Josh. I got myself a little Great Notion. Really cool looking can art. The can art. This is their Ripe. It's a hazy IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. IPA Ripe is loaded with tropical notes of mango and papaya. Their dates are on the side. Do remember that. Haze the day, 1/23/23. So we're looking at about a month, roughly a month and a few days, 4 days. Yeah, looks pretty good. A little spendy. It's like $22 for a 4-pack. But this is like the first Great Ocean beer that I've actually seen in Rhode Island. Otherwise, I've seen a lot of their heavily fruited products in Massachusetts at the spot that me and Eric are familiar with. The Yankee Spirits, typically they have a lot of heavily fruited sours. Haven't seen many IPAs by them. Finally saw an IPA. Was pretty excited when I saw this, but yeah, let's pour it up. I got my Long Live Beer Works Black Cat cane glass.
Oh, that's that's hazy. Hell yeah.
Well, Alex, I love you, man.
I just love hazy.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that. It's not like super murky. So like this is the Legroom Trillium. Now my camera's not the best, but you can kind of tell this is much more that hop saturation. This is a little bit lighter, but it definitely is that lemony. What do you call it, BuMpy? Melted lemon lollipop or something? That's like perfect combination for that. Produced a pretty good head, 2-finger, tight knit head, holds some good retention. A little rocky, foamy on top. Looks like it's gonna have like a kind of like a sudsy, a little odd kind of like Miller High Life lacing on top. But yeah, let's go for the nose. Looks good. I'm actually getting a there's a decent amount of malty sweetness. Mango, orange. It's got I don't know how new, because it seems like some of the beers that we've been getting have been products that are like some of the companies like flagships, and then they make their way over here. So they're like, oh, this is our flagship where we're at, so we're gonna send it over here. But it kind of has that newer New England kind of aroma, a little bit of like a sweet malt, kind of almost like caramel malt and a mango nose. Some breadiness, hop resin, a little bit of berry.
Manalo.
It's got a little bit of that that like peach gummy that you would get with some Westies. But overall, smells solid, looks good. Let's dive in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Please be delicious.
Nah, don't be delicious.
Get up, Derek.
It's got that. It's got that. It's got like a big peach gummy note. It's like those gas station peach gummies. Peach rings. Peach rings.
Specifically
mango.
gas station.
Yeah. Specifically gas station peach rings. Okay, Dan? Definitely a little bit of hop resin. It's actually it's nice and light though. With the nose, you would think that it would be a little bit more caramel malt sweet, but it's definitely a little bit lighter on the malts. You get a good amount of like a juicy tropical mouthfeel. To be honest with you, I'm not super blown away by it. I thought it would be a little bit better than this, but
Oh, damn.
citrusy, a little bit of hop resin, a little bit lighter on the body than I was expecting. I kind of wish it was a little bit more hop forward. It seems like it's one of those, like I said, like a little bit more towards your like flagship starter New England IPAs. Like this is one of the New England IPAs that they were popular for. And then they started to experiment off like a base of this. It seems like this was a really good base, which typically, if you look at a lot of people who make New England IPAs nowadays, like Treehouse does it, Trillium does it, because the Legroom I just had was kind of based off of it. They make a really good New England IPA, and they use that base, and then they start switching up the hops. They start putting more oat and more wheat and stuff in it. And it seems like this was kind of their base that is like their flagship. It's a solid beer, but I'm looking at like around like a B+ range. It's not super mind blowing, especially for the price. Like I was expecting this to be a little bit more hop saturated than what it is, but it's still a good beer. It's still very drinkable. And I'm going to sip on a little bit more, and I'll have some numbers when we get back to them. So cheers, guys.
Oh,
Cheers.
sounds good.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Tanner.
Sure, thank you.
We're going to move on to Thomas Metal. 70.
What's going on, everybody? The man's Bumpy Road. Thank you for stopping by his channel today. Got a recent selection from the Trillium Brewing Company. Here's a different one that most people probably wouldn't be talking about. An American Pale Lager. Ooh. This is their there you go. This is their Hatchet, the Essential Hatchet, the American Pale Lager. This is at 4.8 3% ABV, alcohol by volume, and this one was canned on the 29th of December 2022. And they're using pilsner malt and crystal hops. That's what they say on the beer. On the website, they talk about the description of the beer, so I'll get into that on my own. This was a $16.20 4-pack, so not too bad. And it's got the black top to that can. I don't know if that signifies something particular at Trillium or not. I don't know. All right, I'm going to use a Pilsner or Kill glass. Ooh, that's nice golden color. Ooh. All right. Just so I can get my nose in there. All right, here's the color of the beer. It's got a very golden hue to it. It's a little more gold in my light than on camera. Nice 3-finger head in this particular style glass. Tons of carbonation. Lots of carbonation and effervescence. It does have some chill haze to it. It's not completely opaque. There's a little bit of haziness to it. So let's get a nosing on the beer, shall we? Nice soapy, sudsy head. Lots of lemon and lemongrassy kind of notes to this beer. Lots of toasty, biscuity, bready malts. There's definitely a hop presence underneath everything. I'm definitely getting some nice grassy, earthy hops. A little bit of lemon. Lemon's definitely the primary note there with the toasty, biscuity malts in there. A little zestiness from maybe like a white peppercorn or some kind of a peppercorn spicy element in there too. Anything else? Maybe a touch of a honey like sweetness in there too. Yeah, not super complex as one would guess, but it has more of a heftier malt presence and then a lot of different longer beers out there. So let's dive in. Cheers.
Please be delicious.
Oh, we'll hope so.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers, man.
Hot. Damn, that's good. It's really good. Really nice, clean overall. Getting left with a little bit in the finish of that peppercorn kind of or like a hop spice, I guess maybe is where we would go with that. Definitely got a lemon note, like a lemongrassy note to it. A touch herbal, to be completely honest. There's a little bit of maybe like a coriander, maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit of that. Playing around with the hop spice. Definitely more earthy and grassy side of the hops. Not super hoppy. I think I also read that they may be using some kind of an American Yakima Valley mosaic hop. Maybe by power persuasion a little bit of the blueberry note, but not a whole bunch. The hops are really nicely rounding out the malty biscuity notes to this beer. There's a nice toasty biscuity note to this one. The body of the beer is it's on the low side of bitterness, or low side of bitterness. Yes, low side of bitterness. Low side of medium mouthfeel. I do get a little bit of some honey-like sweetness residually in the background. That's kind of nice. So body, light side of medium, high side of light. Crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. You could definitely pound this without any problem. It does finish a little bit on the watery side. However, that's lending to its massive drinkability. So Trillium did do lots of carbonation. They did a really good job on making a really well executed pale lager. It's got the perfect balance of drinkability and some maltiness. and it's not gonna weigh you down too much. You could drink that. You could pretty much drink that 4-pack with some pretty good ease. So, cheers. This one will probably get pretty high rating. The Hatchet American Pale Lager, pretty good.
Nice.
Cheers.
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 I actually had that one on tap.
Nice.
Cheers, Eric. Good review, bro.
No complaints.
And then I went to Tanner's house.
Nice. There you go, Tanner.
Cheers. We're gonna bring up.
Don't forget the rain in between.
Hey, legendary beer man.
Hi.
Appreciate you, beer man.
How are you guys doing? All right. It's been in my fridge for a week. I need to drink it. It's from It's called. Okay, so it was produced by Métier Brewing Company out of Seattle, I think. It's called Black Stripe Handcrafted Silky Smooth Coconut Porter, 5.5%.
Coconut.
It's a collaboration beer with Brotherhood by NBC and Seattle's famous Jerk Shack restaurant.
Turkey Shack
That would
restaurant.
be Jamaican jerk.
Never heard of that beer man.
You're a jerk, man.
Yeah, perfect for the beach or the boardroom. Black Stripe delivers an exceptionally delicious experience. It was canned 116 of 22, 23.
Hey, beer man, is this restaurant an actual restaurant, like just one restaurant, or is it a chain, or you don't know?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, you do know everything. That's why I asked.
I don't know anything about that though.
No, not for me anyway.
All right. So half of my index finger head. Let's get into the nose. We'll look at that later. Yeah. Chocolate, espresso-y, kind of soft, smooth feel.
Holy crap. Something's going on.
Oh, Sam's dogs are alive.
Chocolate.
Drop the beer.
Chocolate malts, chocolatey kind of coffee, like raw coffee, no sugar or milk added. Coffee grains. Chocolatey though, toasty, rich kind of toastiness to it. Roasted malts definitely in there, of course. Somewhat of a sweetness. There's a light dryness in the nose. I know you can't smell dry, but it does have that kind of feel. Yeah, so if I shook it around, I can get another head out of it. It is leaving lacing already, kind of a nice lacing there. It's a tanner head. It's a dark chocolate, a little lighter on the bottom, a little more of a caramel look on the bottom. It does have a little bit of a light caramel in there as well, sweetness. But opaque, can't see through it. Looks like a stout, but so do porters. So there you go. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, me man. You got a me head on.
Cheers, man.
Coconut. Woo!
Cheers.
Coconut.
Nice.
Chocolate and coconut. Like you're eating raw flakes out of the bag. You open up a bag at the grocery store and just start chomping on those flakes of coconut. And then you're adding a little bit of the robust malts, the higher kiln malts, the chocolatey kind of almost like a drier baker's chocolatey kind of thing. Not super sweet, but does have a sweetness. The body is for a 5.5 is actually more on the medium on this one. I'm getting an espresso finish, espresso bean, like a nice, let's say like a dark roasted coffee or a dark medium kind of roasted coffee in the finish. Dry, very dry in the finish as well. Mouthfeel is smooth, creamy, silky, like they said.
Creamy.
It's very nice. It goes through the mouth really good. Up on the palate, up on the tongue, everything is good. It just it's got this overall really nice impression as it goes down.
Now, beer man, is it anything like an Almond Joy? Said chocolatey,
Kinda.
coconutty.
Yeah, toasted coconut is the big one. It's toasted coconut. It tastes like almond joy,
Mounds.
but not as sweet. A dark chocolate. No, a Mounds. Yeah, maybe a Mounds. No, almond joy. Mounds.
Mounds
I
is
don't
the
know.
one that has the
Sometimes you
coconut.
feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Well, it's just it's same, but what's got the nut? One's
But it's
Yeah,
let's put a dark chocolate around that though, and not as sweet, not as much sugar, not you know what I mean. They're candies. They put a lot of sugar in those things, but especially in like the coconut. This is more of a rough, raw kind of toasted, roasted, like toasty kind of coconut. Kind of what I was wanting to get into my beer, but I didn't get it in there. And the one behind me in the tap, but good stuff. I like it, and I think I have a good score for this. So cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I love coconut. I get excited when
So do I.
All right. Now we skip over Sam, and it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we, boys?
Hello.
Except the legendary Sam.
Happy Tuesday.
Good to see you.
So I've got South Pacific Souffle Impy Stout by Garage Project out of New Zealand and Trillium out of Boston, Mass. 12.4%. I've already poured it just because I was running a bit late. Looks unreal in the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the head's sitting, it's been poured for a while. It's nice tan head, medium to full body, a little bit oily. Let's go for a sniff. Huge coffee. Dark chocolate. Little hint of vanilla, but it's nothing massive. It's more the roastiness. I'm getting like some earthy notes as well. But yeah, it's not barrel aged or anything like that. Maybe a hint of dark fruit. Let's go for a taste.
Please be delicious. Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
It's Trillium for crying out loud. Should be.
Trillium in Australia. What in the
Yeah, I haven't gotten Trillium beers yet in New Jersey yet. So.
And when he drinks too
before we
many,
get
he ends
started,
up in his down
Alex,
unders.
what do you want to ask Sam? Is it?
Is it
Very
creamy?
very rich and decadent and a lot oilier than I thought. I'm getting a bit of like a caramel sort of fudge note, but it's definitely more dark chocolate and coffee. Yeah, the vanilla, there's a little hint of sweet vanilla, but it's more roasty than anything. I'm getting sort of like your prunes, figs sort of thing. Definitely creamy. Alex, you'd be happy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of hope as it warms a bit more, I get some more vanilla. So cheers, boys. It's a good one.
Cheers, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Glad you can make it tonight.
Legendary BuMpY.
Nice,
Or
bro.
today,
Yeah.
wherever you're from.
Yeah,
In the
boy.
beautiful world. All right. My side beer tonight has been from Northwoods Brewing Company out of Northwood, New Hampshire. Landlocks and Brookies Pale Ale.
Nice.
All right. Now we're going to move on to the beer I'm going to open up for this special.
Wait, we had to name our side beer?
No,
Name
I do that sometimes. Feel free to do it next time. So I don't know. Like, okay, it's 100% Italian. I know that. It's Birra Nasionale. Is that supposed to be national?
That's what we think it is.
National.
I believe
Biro
it's pronounced bada bing.
Bada Bing. Bada Boom. It's a product of Italy. It's 6.5% alcohol by volume. It's an ale brewed with spices. Gusto and Evolution. Bottle conditioned. Ingredients are water, barley malt from our Italian fields, hops from our Italian fields, Italian spices from America, sugar, secondary fermentation, yeast. Okay. Let's drink it. It's from Italy. It's actually, if this is a Pilsner, this would actually be an Italian Pilsner. For reals. But it's not. It's an ale, I think. We open it. Pour it into an Omegang glass, because why not?
It looks delicious.
Oh, of course, light.
Yeah, it pours like it might be like a farmhouse ale or something.
Hey.
Crispy, like a nice crispy white head that's gonna fizz away eventually, but that's just brilliantly white. It's got a little bit of a haze to it, like a chill haze almost. You can see through it still. Good carbonation, and it is that straw-colored yellow. All right, let's see if we can get some of those aromas. Okay, yeah. It's definitely. It's got like a zest and a spice to it. The hell. I'm gonna have to go through my cabinets. All right, so there's a like a malt smell to it. There's a breadiness. There's like a honey, lightly toasted honey bread. Then there's this spice. It's not oregano, but yeah, there's some spiciness to it. It's kind of blending in with the honey smell, that bread, that toasted honey. Interesting. Okay. Cheers.
Please be delicious. Cheers.
Cheers, Mr. BuMpY.
It still has like a touch of that honey. There's a breadiness still. It's like a slight like lemon or even like maybe a lime and orange zest, like the zesting. I would say like a little bit, almost like grains of paradise or something in there. And then there's kind of like spices. It's not like oregano, but it's definitely something that's like that you might put on like a spaghetti sauce or a pizza, maybe like maybe parsley or something type flavor notes. It's definitely kitchen cabinet-esque Italian type spices of whatnot. A little bit of like a pepperiness to it with zest, like lime, orange zest. And yeah, it's pretty drying to the palate. Carbonation's pretty high. It's very carbonated.
Middle fruit says basil, perhaps.
It's just not that. It's not like that strong though. That's the thing. It's kind of like. I mean, it's lightly spiced. I would say. Could be like a basil or parsley, Italian parsley. Because I think parsley can kind of give off a little bit of like a lemony note, I believe, right? I'm thinking right. What's the note that parsley gives off? Some people hate it.
Grass. Like grassy hay for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to eat some
They
parsley.
have like lemon thyme, and there's a few different herbs. I don't know.
Maybe.
Time. That's
Woody.
Yeah,
Herbaceous and woody.
it's an
that's parsley
interesting,
seed,
interesting
right?
one. It's definitely an ale because it drinks like a. It's got those kind of flavors that you wouldn't expect out of like a lager. It's not that crisp of the flavors. It's kind of wandering with that like I said, lightly toasted bread with honey on it. Yeah, so it's got a dirtiness. It's got like a little bit of a dirtiness to it. It's a dirty beer. Yeah. Anyways, let's get to the free for all. Free for all.
I'm gonna tell you now. I'm fucking tired, boys. The 13.5's hitting. The Boulevard Churro Grande. I'll give this a 95 out of 100. It's the most barrel forward beer. I wouldn't say that exactly, but it is an imperial barrel aged brown ale. So I could see how they probably might have did it a touch lighter than some of the heavier beers. Honestly, it really does taste like a churro. It gives me that cinnamon toast crunch vibe, you know. Definitely more adjunct forward. Got some fucking kick for 13.5, but I'll give it a 95 out of 100. Thursday night beer session will happen this week. I'm sorry to pull a Ontario on everybody. I feel bad. But yeah, it'll be Thursday, and there will be a show this week. Sorry, I had a big demo last Thursday, and I had to get out of here. So I couldn't do my show last week. I was too tired. Anyways, yeah, that's a shout outs for me. Go check out Last Beer. Appreciate all you guys. I'm glad I could be here. I'm just tired, dog.
It's okay, Legendary Andrew. And
Thanks
you
for
know,
being
you have a new job and stuff. That's
Please.
taxing on the body when it comes to construction.
Cheers.
On your Drewy.
Cheers, Drew. Go catch some Z's.
20 years, Andrew.
I
What
was
a year.
I was a little disappointed that he left because I think Miscellaneous is the only person on this panel that has had RAR. Has anybody had RAR?
I had it
I've had
once or in
Oh, you
September.
have?
in
Okay.
Delaware, yeah, once.
Have you had the like the blue milk or the green milk?
I had some pale. I think I had a pale ale. I didn't have anything sour. No.
I've never had I never had R&R.
Yeah,
Here's
I had
the
the tricks. The tricks are for kids or whatever.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had the
that beer
cereal
that
one.
Dan has looks a lot like the RAR stuff. It's cool looking.
Can't get over the color of that, Dan. That's insane.
I know.
No. 100%.
Crazy.
Dan, you're muted.
Turtle ooze.
Yeah, if you
As this is warmed up,
on your shirt,
I'm definitely getting that pistachio vanilla ice cream vibe.
Nice.
But there's this tart sour thing that's really popped up to break it up, and it's almost as if somebody made a pistachio Sour Patch Kid.
What? In the what? Ooh. There's a new idea.
That's what I'm getting, like a pistachio Sour Patch Kid
Ooh.
with like a touch of like vanilla soft serve.
Ooh, that would be good.
Well, here's the thing for my beer, right? Imagine paying $22 a 4-pack for like a Voodoo Ranger or a what's the other one?
Lagunitas.
Yeah, like a Lagunitas Hazy.
Imagine all the people.
Well, it's
Spending
I'm a little
shit
disappointed.
money.
I did not expect this
Pipe down, Julian.
It tastes like a it literally tastes like a kind of like a Voodoo Ranger. Or what was that? I guess it's like your a little bit more macro, going towards craft, but it's like more on the macro side, makes a New England hazy, and that's kind of what you get out of this.
That's
And
odd.
I paid $22 for a 4-pack.
Great Notion has a little more quality than that.
This is the ripe, so I'm expecting that this is like their entry level New England, probably like their flagship, possibly like
Oh,
it's good. Don't get me wrong, it tastes good. It's flavorful, but it's not. It's like a little bit thin. It's kind of a little bit less hop saturated than the New Englands that you would expect nowadays for that $22 price range. Like
like a dry thin, or is it an all around body thin?
like an overall thin, like viscosity, just like mouthfeel. You can tell that you're drinking like a lighter New England. It's not as hop saturated. It doesn't have as much of the hops that like what'd you pay for that? Like $22 for a 4-pack, probably.
What
Legroom, the Trillium.
Oh, it's got to be between 22
yeah,
and
I paid
24,
like
yeah.
$22, I think, for the 4-pack.
Exactly. BuMpY paid $22 for this, and I had this side by side with the Great Notion, and this was much more hop saturated.
That's not fair.
It had that viscosity. It had that creaminess, like Alex is always talking about. It had that like, silky smooth mouthfeel, that juicy tropical aspect. Whereas this, it's got great flavor. There's nothing offensive about it. It goes down super smooth, but it doesn't have that hop saturation like you would expect out of a $22 4-pack.
No, they didn't add as much hops to it or something.
If I paid $17-18 for this, I would be like, okay, that's not bad. I paid $22 a 4-pack for something that has the viscosity of a, like I said, like a Voodoo Ranger hazy.
What was the date on that?
It's super fresh too. It's
Is it?
1/23/23.
Oh, okay.
So a month old.
Oh, that's disappointing. Jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I think it's one of their flagships. It's
I
got to
have
be
had that actually. I think I might have thought the same thing about it.
right.
Okay.
Hazy IPA.
Yeah.
It's their. It's definitely like their flagship New England. Like probably something that they first started off with, and then they build off of this product. Is typically how it works.
Sure.
They have a New England IPA that does good. Like I said, it's a very good New England IPA. And I don't know, maybe just the distribution over here to Rhode Island possibly is increasing the price, because that's usually what happens when you have products that are, what is this? Where is this beer from? Oregon.
Portland. Yeah.
So this is all the way across the.
I've been there.
This is literally imported.
The land of Steve.
This is literally imported all the way across the country. So you're probably going to pay a little bit more for that distribution, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's
New Englanders
a
getting
solid product.
spoiled, yeah.
But I would leave it at like a I would leave it at something. I would leave it at hot. Actually, you know what I would do? I would leave it at a B plus at the highest part that you could leave it at a B plus, like an 89, without being an A minus, which would be like a 9.
Yeah.
Because it is very good, but with the price range, that's what's keeping it from being that 90 A minus mark. If I paid $19-18 for this, it would be a minus 90, 91 all day. But the fact that I paid $22 a 4-pack, it's at that B plus range. Personally, and that's a personal opinion. That's personally over here on purchasing the beer in Rhode Island rather than somebody who is in Oregon. You know,
Yeah, I'm like an hour away.
Hi, Craig.
Whoa.
Most definitely get the product for cheaper, and yeah, if you got it for less than that, I could see you rating it higher. But For what
I remember that though. I honestly remember it being not as good as what I thought it would be. So I think a lot of them is just hit and miss, or like you say, flagship. I didn't mean to
Yeah,
interrupt you.
Juice Junior.
Well,
There's a good
I think it's flagship all day.
Yeah.
A lot of companies have like this flagship New England IPA, like the Kettlehead, the Agent. It's like their introductory New England IPA. It's like when they first started, when New England IPAs first started getting popular, and people were like, "Holy shit, what is this?" You know. But then people started experimenting more, and that was the whole aspect of like your question from last week. It's like, do you enjoy beers that are like standard, what they are supposed to be, or do you like when people experiment? And it seems like some of their IPAs are based off of this, and they probably like experimented off this beer, and then they created
True.
other products that are phenomenal. You know.
Yeah.
Guarantee they do.
Or they got lazy.
They got lazy. Those Oregon people, come on.
Yeah. Still not bad though. I'm sipping on it. I'm drinking
Cool.
it.
That's drinkable.
Keep on
Yeah.
sipping.
You know, your rating system is skewed when you live in New England, drinking all these freaking crazy beers, right?
Yeah, that's true too.
So,
Yeah.
well, guys, I'm gonna have to say,
Couple
You're gonna
of
say
things.
nothing.
And like it.
this is 100.
There's a lot of
You hear
hype
that,
there.
JV? Oh wait, JV, you're not here. Okay.
Where's the cowbell? Come on.
That is good.
I
Yeah,
got a
it is.
fever. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
More 100.
That is very, very, like I said, very chocolatey, very creamy, very it's just a dessert bar in a glass, a chocolate
But
bar.
it's missing the pistachios.
Yes, and also, oh, hold on.
So 99.
I forgot to say, I did
I'm
taste.
holding on.
I did taste some pistachios earlier too.
A what?
I did forget to. I forgot to say that because I did
Echoes or
taste
something?
that. Because sometimes I'll taste in the beer, and then sometimes on the aftertaste. So it's definitely there.
Sometimes when Eric eats or drinks, he tastes his mustachios.
Keep it up,
Oh, very
pistachios. So
Well, they do have that hot butcher beer that's called Milk Stachio.
yeah, I gotta find that. I gotta find
That's
some.
it's actually really good. That is like a very pistachio forward milk stout. The hot butcher Milk Stachio. I like
Oh
that.
wow.
You want-
I need to get hot butcher. I don't know why I haven't seen it in my
Yeah, it's
area.
actually really good. I liked it.
Tanner. I haven't seen it in my area. I know hot butcher is coming around, but I'm going off topic now. This beer is good though, because I get excited about other beers. That's what happened.
We all
This
do.
beer is very delicious. It's 100. If you can get it, please do. I guess you want me to do my shout outs. Well, shout outs.
Might as well. We're not there yet, but go for it.
You know what? No, I'll wait until next round.
Okay. I don't know what to rate this beer. I have to give a rating, so I'll do that. I'm getting okay. So Hatchet, the Essential Hatchet, American Pale Lager, 4.3. I do appreciate the fact that it actually has. I mean, it's on the light side of medium, high side of the light, but it's not devoid of a body to the beer. So it does have a really nice bready malt presence. I like the lemongrass kind of feel, like the spicy, earthy kind of a hot flavor, peppercorn-ish. Nice hops to balance the sweetness of the bready malts. You could really just like crush and tank this thing without any problem. It's fairly clean. You're getting left with some residual honey-like sweetness with the toasted malt.
Santa Claus.
Hey,
Hi.
Dan,
Really good version of American lager. A lot of good balance to the beer. There's not one thing that's
Love it,
dominating
Dan.
over the other. At $16.20 for a 4-pack, that was a very good deal.
There you go.
I would
There you
give
go.
that beer. I don't know what they're giving it on tap these days. It's probably one of the better beers for an American Pale Lager that I've had. So it's going to get high. It gets high marks for the style. Personal enjoyment, I'll give it a 90. Not to do the Stevie Wonder thing. I'll give it a 94. Why not? Yeah, I would. There's so many other beers to try and to get from Trillium, but in true Alex fashion, would I buy it again? Probably. I don't see why I wouldn't. And it's again $16.20. That is a very reasonable deal for a high class lager beer. Cheers. Hello. Cheers.
All right.
Santa
Nice.
is
The Trillium Boys.
Trail boy.
Oh, he can close doors now too, huh? Not just bust.
Yeah. Cool.
The whole time, can you guess which person on this panel he was trying to get a hold of?
Oh, me?
What's the legendary beer man?
Santa.
Yeah, Santa Claus the beer man.
Not and the beer man. Santa.
Well, shoot, man. I'll go if it's okay.
Yeah.
Or Dan, you go. You're before me. So.
Oh,
Here I'll go.
I guess I didn't rate my beer. I'll rate it real quick, and then you can go.
Yeah, go for it, dude. Yeah.
I'll give that crazy toxic Avenger drink. I'll give it a 4.3 out of 5.
Nice. Hey, man. I'll give this a out of 100. If you want to go on 100, I guess. I think a 93 out of 100, man. I really like the coconut and the.
I think that should be 100 because the way you talked about it, delicious.
Well, I'm leaving room.
True that.
You know, there's other beers out there that have the same kind of thing, features, this, that. So I'm just kind of leaving room. I could give it a little higher score, but I'm gonna go 93.
True that.
Definitely an average A. It's just a really good porter. Coconut porter was really good. So I just liked it. So cheers. I drink it again. I buy a 4-pack of these. No problem. No problem.
Oh yeah, cool.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait to find some coconut porters. I just love them. And stouts.
I just like the roast. It's like you said, almond joy, or like it, or
Oh God, I've had almond joy.
You mentioned the private
Mounds.
I've had the almond joy
Mounds.
beer.
Yeah.
I've had the almond joy beer quite a few times from Pipe Dream. It's been like heaven every time.
Nice.
Heaven is in New Hampshire.
Well, at least in my opinion. But don't get me wrong. After you drink it for a while, it sometimes turns into like a taste of like suntan lotion. But the last time the last time I drank it, it didn't taste like that. It just
This is nowhere near that. This is a dry finish. It's got everything rids itself at the finish, so you don't get anything nasty.
no, it's not nasty.
Sure.
It's just
It doesn't even start with suntan lotion. It's just like really good.
yeah.
Good. Jeez.
I have a question for the panel.
Sweet.
If nobody else does, I do have a question.
I
This is a
don't.
pretty simple question. I'm gonna wait for BuMpy to get back.
Yeah, let the legendary BuMpy come back.
I finally got that Sierra Nevada mix pack.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
back.
Which
Going
one?
around.
What is it
The
called?
one with the cryo in it.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Sierra Nevada,
Sierra Nevada Cryo mix pack.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna try to get Bigfoot. I've never tried
Well, if
Bigfoot.
anyone else has
Good.
it, wants to do a
Real
review,
good.
I now have it.
I got the Bigfoot 2023.
Good. Once I get
Oh,
it,
that's
let
a
you
good
know.
beer.
Oh, I have that as
Yeah, you
well.
had that the other night.
That is so good.
Alex, get 2 of them, drink
I saw
one
the
now, and
mix pack.
save one for like a year or so.
Oh, I'm gonna get a 4-pack, or I might
Yeah.
get 2 packs. This way
It's gonna be trash, but we
Yeah.
can do it.
It ain't gonna be trash.
Absolute garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah, put a few in
Bigfoot's
your
only
cupboard
good
and
with 5
save them.
Yeah, I'll just score my beer real quick.
Oh,
This Italian, whatever the hell it is, ale. It's interesting. It's decent to drink, but it's not wowing me.
Never had it.
Yeah, I got something in my eye and it's bothering the hell out of me. I'm going to score it at a 41 out of 50. My score is going to put it in the very good category. Definitely would go well with some
You got it.
spaghettis and pizzas, but it doesn't quite like, you know how there's like the Italian pilsners that they've come out with and stuff, how those things like really like just, I don't know, for me anyways, and I've heard Joe kind of say it too, that it like reminds him of Italian foods and stuff. So this doesn't really do that, and this is actually from Italy with Italian spices in it, but I could see it going well with some certain Italian foods and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not blowing me away. Maybe if it was like a farmhouse, more like a farmhouse ale with some Italian spices in it, I think that would have been better than this weird toasty honey ale.
That still scored good. Jeez.
You ready? You're gonna go out. You better not bark.
Well,
Say,
Bumpy, it looks like your dogs want to go out.
Yeah, they do. I just gave them all bones. Now say he's gonna go out and bark. He's just a stupid bitch.
That's because you're.
That's like my dog.
Yeah.
Is it already if I ask a question for tonight, there, bro?
Yeah. You can ask a question. Would you like to be put up here?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So is there a company or a style of beer that has been somewhat showing up in your area recently that you are anxious about and you're excited to enjoy or purchase? So, like, let's say there's some new beers that are showing up in your area, or there's a new brewery, or there's a new style that's showing up. What are your thoughts on that? Whatever you can base off that question. What do you think?
Yeah. We're going to start with Sam. Also, when you do this, when you answer the question, go ahead and do any promos or shout outs afterwards, too.
Yeah.
But keep the shout outs to like 1 to 2 if you're going to shout other.
Bumpy.
Yeah, no worries. Well, first of all, I haven't scored my beer.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
So,
There's that.
the more I drank it, I didn't get that vanilla that I wanted, but everything else was banging. So probably out of like 5, I'd give it 4.5. Sort of reminds me, it's like having Christmas cake with like a mocha. That's how I'd describe it.
Oh.
Yeah. As far as that question goes, one beer that seems to be popping up a fair bit here now at the moment is really like hoppy pilsners, hoppy lagers. And yeah, like I'm all about it. I love that sort of thing. So bring them on. As far as shout outs go, I'll go my boy Craig at Kent Beer Reviews.
nice. Yeah, this guy right here.
Jeez.
You're gonna shout out. So Dan?
Oh,
Yeah, we go clockwise. Well, kind of, because we go StreamYard.
okay. All right.
Like Alex will be after you, and then it's me. And
Okay.
Snake.
Sure. There's a brewery that I'd learned about through Tyler out at South 10 Beer Reviews. And recently some of that brewery has come into our way. It's a Zool Brewing Company out of Nashville, Tennessee.
I've heard of Zool from his channel. He
And
doesn't-
so the one beer from Zool that I tried from that Tanner had sent us was absolutely just glorious. It was an amazing beer. Picked up a single recently I was on the fence about it. It wasn't the beer, it was more so the hops. But yeah, pretty excited that it's really cool to see any beer that is kind of regional make its way to you.
Exactly.
That'd be like me going to the beer store and seeing like from BuMpY, like some Modest Man or Kettlehead or Spyglass or things like that. Like it's really cool. I'm like, Zool, like new to our area, that's dope. Yeah. That's really cool. So I'm really excited about that. And shout outs. Man, who have I been watching? I'll tell you what, I'd like to shout out Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews.
Legendary Kyle. Yes.
Just really, I enjoy his Cellar Saturday videos. I really, really do. I just like to see what the hell he's going to open up next out of his cornucopia of just seemingly millions of beers down in that basement. Other than that, shout out. Yeah, I don't know. Just check us out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yep. See you.
Okay. Cheers.
The question. Well, I've been saying this for a while. The one time, the other a couple months ago, I saw a Clad with Finback and another beer, but I went a couple weeks ago and I found regular Finback, and I am phenomenal, but I'm very happy for what I drank on Finback. Only one beer out of the actual Finback itself without a Clad. So I'm really, really looking forward to possibly getting more Finback or any other brewery that will be coming into the future of New Jersey, because I don't know. What?
Can you just answer JV's question?
Alex, did you rate your beer 100?
It's 100, baby.
JV.
Baby.
It's 100.
All right, now continue with your Finback story.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Legendary Jeremy. That's what Legendary BuMpY was asking. Are you there? Yeah. So I've had one of my Finback beers. I think you've seen it. You've seen the Clad, but then I also got a regular Finback. Regular Finback was better than the Clad, but again, it was a sour. Even though I like sours, but I like them heavily fruited, like deliciousness sour. Every sour gets a chance, but you know what I mean. But so the Finback that I drank was just like a New England IPA or something, or like a pale ale, like a hazy pale ale. Deliciousness. But again, I'm looking forward to any new brewery coming into New Jersey from near the Legendary BuMpY and everybody else. All my peeps that has breweries, and they're coming into this area. I'm looking forward to them regardless. I really am. So stay tuned for hoping for new beers. I'm looking for maybe Spyglass will come out of nowhere. Spyglass was delicious, even though it was a little dry at the end. I still like the juiciness. That's what I've said it 50,000 times in the past couple years. Actually, in the past 3 years, because that was the last time I drank Spyglass, I believe. So, okay, I'm gonna shut up now about that one. But shout outs and stuff like that. Food Friday, we're gonna be having what's it called? Buffalo chicken cheesesteak sandwiches, or whatever you want to put on them. If you want to turn into a dip or whatever, it's going to be still sandwiches. But if you don't want it as a sandwich, you could turn it into something else. I'm going to still say sandwiches, but it's still a sandwich, even though it's not a sandwich, because you're still going to do other things with it. Just to make it easier, because originally
it's going to be this kind of party. I'm going to stick my dick in some mashed potatoes.
Well, I mean,
it'll be extra creamy.
Have a buffalo chicken cheesesteak mashed potato. What the hell? I mean, either way, it's still good. So I'm looking forward to that. And hoagies, whatever you want to do with the buffalo chicken cheesesteak. I don't care what you do. Turn it into something. It's free game on that. So that's around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then also we got Alex and Friends around 10 o'clock, 10:30. Like I said 1,000 times already, said before, occasionally I'll do Alex and Friends during the week, even before Alex and Friends or after the Alex and Friends show. I'll do another episode or two afterwards. But I haven't done that in a while, but occasionally you'll catch that. So stay tuned for that whenever that happens. But like I said, that's my regular schedule is my Alex Friends on Thursday nights around 10 o'clock, 10:30. But occasionally you'll get another episode of Alex and Friends, regardless if it's on a Thursday or not. It'll always be on Thursday as of this moment. But you'll get special occasion episodes too, as you know. Yeah, that's it for that. And then just check out all of our peeps. Check out Legendary Rick Jopless. Check out what's it called? Dan, Legendary Dan. Check out Mike, which they're obviously together. So check out Dan and Mike. Check out FLX Beer Reviews. Check them all out. And it's more fun. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the beer. Thanks for letting me join, Bumpy. Cheers.
Don't forget to check out Ridgeopolis' wife.
Oh, I already said Rick Jopless.
And Bear. Don't forget Bear.
Ms. Bear.
Oh, yeah, check Bear out too.
Oh, no.
While you're at it, check out Josh.
Keep it up there, Mr. Bumpy Road.
Look at Thrash. Look at that.
Ryan.
Hey, look at this. Look at that. Hey, it's my turn.
All right, chill.
So I've already bought the one product that I saw, but it was pretty exciting to me to see it. The review, it may already be up on John and Ellie's channel because I brought it to his place this past week, and he likes to just throw videos up. So I'm sure that it's already up.
Yeah, Johnny Boy does it right off the bat.
Last year I went down to Texas, and it was exciting because I'd never been on a plane and went down to Texas and all that stuff, and never been to Texas. And my daughter's, she moved down there, so get to visit with her. And but it was interesting, to see the different beers that I couldn't get up here and stuff. And then it was like I came back and beers started following me. I started seeing some stuff that was down there. It's like, oh, okay. But one that really excited me was to finally see Jester King show up on the shelves here in New Hampshire. So, because they're big into their farmhouse and sours and stuff like that. And I like farmhouse and saison style beers quite a bit.
That was your first time traveling, Bumpy?
On a plane.
Well, I think the better question of this whole everything is, how was your first time traveling? Jeez, man, that's an experience itself.
That was fun.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
I don't like heights, but the plane ride was
I was scared shitless the first time I hopped on a plane, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know what I did the first time I jumped in a plane? I jumped out of it.
Shut it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Look at the fucking window, asshole.
So did Thrash.
Oh, probably.
That's awesome. We're glad
Jester King just started showing up. So I look forward to purchasing hopefully more of their products. Hopefully it wasn't just a one bottle and done type deal. We've had that happen in the past with other breweries where they just show up for like a couple weeks and you never see them again. But yeah, so that's my exciting thing. So hopefully more farmhouse saisons in my future from Jester King. Other than that, let's my promo. This is my channel, and this is the show I do live. New Brew. Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern is the start of the show. It's pretty much the same thing every week as far as just bring a beer that you've never had before, and review the beers and general chit chat type stuff, and then this kind of question and answer portion at the end. March 14th, the Monday before St. Patrick's Day. will be a special St. Patrick's Day themed new brew. So still a beer you've never had before. Just bring something that's either the can art's like, Irish type or got leprechauns and rainbows, whatever, and or like a style that kind of comes out or becomes more populated in that time frame, like an Irish stout or Irish red ale, something like that, that you've never had before still. So my shout out, well, I do want to give a special shout out to both Tanner up there, East Coast LQ Reviews, and also to Robert, the Whiskey Scout. He hasn't put out much content lately, Robert, the Whiskey Scout there, but they're the two that kind of inspired me to get more into whiskey stuff, and I've been enjoying drinking some whiskeys lately. It's one of those things where it took a little bit, but I finally started to gain more of a palate for it.
Hey, BuMpy, is it possible? And you may not want to do this, but is it possible if you're going to get into whiskey, do you think you'd want to do a second channel?
No, absolutely.
Your suggestion, don't shoot me.
I don't even want to do this channel anymore.
Don't shoot BuMpy. Yeah, don't shoot me. I'm just helping you. Don't shoot me. I surrender.
So, yeah. So those are my shout outs tonight to East Coast LQ Reviews. Check him out. He's right up there. And also the Whiskey Scout. His name's Robert. I don't think he goes by Robert the Whiskey Scout, but that's what we know him as. I think it's just the Whiskey
No,
Scout.
it's Whiskey Scout.
Yeah.
Or yeah. No.
So
yeah.
So cheers, and on to Thomas Metal 75.
Robert the Whiskey Scout.
Cheers,
All
Robert.
right.
Is it?
I have no idea how to answer this question because there's nothing in particular that I can think of that's like may be coming out from.
Oh, well, you've been, you got that. Did you know that they had, after you grabbed that Fidens 4-pack, they had like a couple other variants of the Fidens?
Oh, really? So, I mean,
and I went there and they were all sold out, Eric.
oh, probably. It wasn't a matter of
Yeah,
seconds.
dude, it was crazy.
Right. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of is that I can't really think of any local breweries where there's one particular thing that they're coming out with, and I got to dive over there to try it. I'd like to try other things from local breweries that I have not. That's the fun of trying.
Is there any
This would be something if they're coming out with in distribution into southeastern Massachusetts. If they have there's other varieties of stuff that I can try, that would be cool. I don't know if I want to pay $27.99 all the freaking time, but like
yeah, right.
But I would like to try some other stuff from them and just keep my eye out for stuff that normally you wouldn't see in distribution that have some talk around the online beer community. So just new stuff I've never tried from breweries is always fun to try from local breweries, and to try the stuff that I've heard these names of that normally you won't get distribution of. And if I see it, that would be the time to kind of buy it before I lost out on that opportunity. So again, nothing in particular, but just new things and other things from breweries I've never seen distributed. So
What about on the whiskey side there, Eric?
say that again.
The whiskey side.
Really nothing in particular. I mean,
I got some whiskey. You want to drink it?
Keep it up here,
No.
Mr.
Yeah.
no whiskey trends I'm trying to follow. Maybe trying to not do so many barrel proof whiskeys and stuff, because
Oh yeah, those are
majority of, I mean, I like some of that stuff, don't get me wrong, but the majority of people that I associate with or that's at the homestead here is not super interested in barrel proof all the time. So, a little mixture of some lower proof stuff would be nice in point, like, to round it out with some of the nice barrel proof.
nice.
There you go.
Cheers, man.
Nice. All right, the beer man.
Oh, all right. You don't have any shout outs?
Oh, yeah, I'll shout out the beer man. No, wait a minute. Shout out the beer man, yeah. My beer barbecue baseball shout out again. from Ohio, really good dude. Talk about all three of those things with him. He knows what he's talking about. And the Barley Lads, once again, they started in 2021. You'll get a good history lesson on the distillery before the whiskey review. Ryes, bourbons, any kind of world international whiskey with a sprinkling of a beer review every now and then. So there you go. Cheers. And I do the wild card Wednesday typically on my channel, which is the Masters of Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. Thomas Metal 75 is the actual name of the channel. That's at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I will be able to host this Wildcard Wednesday this Wednesday. Next week, I'm going to be on some work-related travel, so I will not be able to host that next week. Yes, here we go. Yes,
I'll
Alex.
take care of it. I'll
Your
take
mind,
care of it.
crazy bastard. Let's go.
I'll take care of it. I will make this announcement though. I will not be putting out the link next week again. I'm not doing it again. I see. The thing is, I have a good heart, and that's the problem. I like to. What's the saying? I just like to let new people in. That's all it is. New peeps, But okay, but you live and learn. So. Yep. I appreciate you.
Good idea. Yeah, that'll be. Yeah. So this week is
your channel, Eric. Not
the 1st of March, and then Alex has the 8th of March. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town for work-related BS.
Maybe you'll be in New Jersey, Eric. Maybe
I'm gonna be in the state of.
I should be able to join, dude.
Nice.
Awesome.
You can't join. Alex won't share the link.
No. He will. No, he will be able to join. He will be able to join because I'm connected to Legendary Sam. I'm connected to Sam. So
Alex does have a good heart, but do you know who doesn't?
Me.
Dan's cousin Joe.
Oh.
This guy here.
Joe?
Oh, I don't either. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well, hey, to answer your question, I'm looking forward to Bubble Guts beer. No, just kidding.
Bubble Gut beer. Wow.
Future.
His beer.
Right.
International shipping.
Good. So this right IPA is gnarly. Yeah. So no. One company that came out was Obelisk in Astoria. That I've tried one of their beers. It was pretty good. They're a very small brewery. They're not like huge like all these other dudes. Like two others are Bowie and Fort George are huge. Started out huge, they're just giant. And these guys are like in a smaller building, doing their thing, doing more. Maybe I don't know exactly the whole information, but good stuff. Their beer I had was really good, and I'd like to try some more of their stuff. I don't know style wise. I don't really know. Shit, I could try anything and I'd like it as long as it's good. As long as there's something innovative, and works. Something that's even old. I want to go to the old ones. I want to go to the old school general styles that don't have adjuncts and don't have all these weird, interesting features in them. Just give me something standard. I want a standard beer. An old school American IPA, and make it well, whatever it is. I don't care. I'm just saying, but yeah, no. That's it. It's really, I think that's my answer for that. But Beer Cheese Tuesday, 8:00. Tomorrow, Wednesday. I like your style. Styles Gone Wild, number 7. So we'll do that again. Hopefully come up with some funny name for our beer, and maybe one day I'll make that beer. So 6:00 Eastern, and no one else. I don't have anything else to say. I am actually going to be brewing Regiopolis's, in the name of Regiopolis, Damn Good Man Milkshake IPA in about a week.
Try that beer, Mr. Beerman.
Strawberry Milkshake IPA.
Yeah, milkshake. Can't wait.
See how that goes. Shoot for an 8% on that one. But very expensive beer. So just so you know, puree is not cheap.
You expect that, Mr. Beerman.
So if there's ever an argument about how expensive these pureed beers cost, that's why.
Yeah, but I hate to tell you, Beerman. Again, I don't know. I don't know that much about money or anything that much, but I do know that, in my opinion, that no matter where you slice it, Nowadays, everything gets expensive, regardless.
3 to 5 pounds per gallon,
That's still a lot. Yeah,
and 3 pounds cost $30.
that's still a
Whoa.
lot. That's still a lot.
So put that logic into your brain. Yeah. And then you got hops because it's in New England. Anyway, going too
But
far.
don't worry, I'm making it up to you.
Beer Hounds beer reviews. Go check out Beer Hounds beer reviews. Lovely dude. Love Bill. Cheers, man. Thanks, Bumpy.
Appreciate you, Beer Man.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.
And now it's Danny Tanner's turn.
Let's
I'm
drink
getting
Dan.
attacked. I'm getting attacked over here by this guy in the top right corner. So for me, it's unreal. For me, the main reason why I asked this question was because we're getting a lot of New Hampshire brews that are showing up. And I will say, well, we're getting New Hampshire and we're getting other products like the Great Notion stuff over here in Rhode Island. But we've been getting a lot of stuff in Massachusetts over here in this guy's neck of the woods. And it's been phenomenal. But over here, I mean, I only drove like 5 minutes down the street and they had Modest Man. So I'm really excited to get like New Hampshire brews.
Modest Man.
We're getting Kettlehead, Modest Man. I'd like to see some Spyglass. Hopefully, we get some Spyglass over
Hell
here.
yeah.
So, like New England IPAs from New Hampshire, they're really good. And it seems like the ones that you get from Mass, it's kind of hard to get your hands on. They have some really good stuff. Like Treehouse is phenomenal, but they kind of play that you got to come here to get what you.
Yeah, I know.
You got to come over here to get what you want.
Right.
The distribution for other products out of New Hampshire, Massachusetts, even Connecticut, their New England IPAs are phenomenal, and I'm just looking forward to them. Another one is Spanish Marie. I don't know if anybody's heard of that on this.
No, I
panel.
never heard of that legendary Tanner.
They're like a big,
I've heard of
heavily
the Spanish Fly.
no, they're like a big, heavily fruited sour company. And I do want to try some of their stuff, but they're like along the same ballpark as like Mortalis price range. But I do want to try their products because I've heard they're very good. But yeah, other than that, you know, it's cool. We're seeing some more heavily fruited sours. It seems like we're just getting swamped with heavily fruited sours in New England's. But if we're getting stuff like Modest Man and Spanish Marie, which are like heavily sought after, like I've looked into Spanish Marie a little bit, and apparently they're really popular and they're making some good stuff. So as long as they're making the way over here, I'm pretty excited about all that. Other than that, I think as far as just popular breweries and certain styles that I'm excited for, I think the one style that I would really like to see out of people is a Kolsch, which I think I might talk about a lot, but it seems like it's not very popular nowadays. But I do wish that more people would start brewing Kolsch's. I think I had this conversation with Beerman, not Bearman.
Bearman.
Beer Man, not Bear Man. Kind of good spinoff though.
I had this conversation with Beerman off air, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to like more Kolsch's. It's just such an underrated style. They're super crushable, and they have the flavor of something like kind of like a New England IPA, but with like the body of a like a lager with more of an intense flavor than like a cream ale. I don't know. Kolsch's, they're just like revolutionary. I really do like the style. I wish I could get more products that were Kolsch's. But other than that, shout outs for me. I think yes, I might go live after this. Yeah, I think I might go live. Might do a little Potbelly Pub, depending on who's up for it.
Wait a minute, isn't today Monday? I think I'm
It's
losing my
certainly
mind.
Monday.
Yeah, we got a snow day tomorrow.
Some people do.
Well,
my
some
work
people
got
get a snow day.
canceled. So I might do a little,
I'm enjoying
Potbelly Pub live stream hangout. Because I don't have to work tomorrow. I might do something here shortly. And possibly a Wednesday stream, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So look out for that. And then my two people I would like to shout out is Straight Up Bourbon. Eric, if you haven't if you haven't subscribed to them yet, they're really cool. Two guys. Very easy to get along with. Super bourbon fanatics. Check them out. Straight Up Bourbon is their channel. And then another guy who is kind of making videos under the radar. His name is Craft Beer Collector. He does a lot of like fruited sours and stuff. He does a lot of shorts.
Craft Beer Collector.
Yeah. Check him out. Craft Beer Collector at Craft Beer Collector, no spaces. Check him out. You're watching his videos. He does a lot of shorts, like I said, with a lot of heavily fruited sours. And yeah, just want to spread the love. Big fan of all people that do any type of adult beverages. And yeah, thanks for having me, Bumpy. And sorry for the long, drowned out. Whatever.
Tanner, is that it?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
that's
We're
that's
doing good. We're doing good.
he has less than 100 subs, but he's got a bunch of shorts. And
That is him, though, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's always
Thank
like
you.
he does a lot of shorts where he like reviews a heavily fruited sour, and he's like sitting on a bench in like a blizzard, so it's like snow all behind him, and he's got like a red face, and he's like frozen, and he's drinking heavily fruited sours.
He has two videos on the video side, but obviously when you go to the shorts, he has all the shorts.
Yeah, that's
All right,
for
Alex, we have a chance to do this live in less than 2 hours. That's the first time it can happen in the past like month and a half. I want to appreciate everybody for showing up tonight. Thank everybody in the chat. I'm not going to go through everybody. You know who you are. You've been brought up. Appreciate you guys chatting it up in the chat over there. Appreciate my panel coming on tonight. We had East Coast LQ reviews. Thank you for the question as well for the panel. Sammy joining up. Always fun to see Sammy.
Cheers, lads.
He gets away from making those movies where he has to kiss girls and write notebook things. Dan from FLX, he takes time away from Mike so that he can hang out with us sometimes. I appreciate that. Alex, the Bear Master. He takes time away from eating everything in sight to hang out with us. He's a land shark after all.
You're a land shark too, Bumpy. I've seen you.
Thomas Metal 75 put his guitar down for a moment. That's good.
It's not here. Oh.
And Beer Man stopped dropping shit in his kettles.
Jeez.
Oh no!
Yeah, so thank each and every one of you for being here, baby. Damn, man. Yeah. It's for any Mainers out there. You probably understand what I just said. But cheers. Thanks. Come again next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, once again, on this channel for the next new brew. Alex, if you want to go ahead and
All right.
take us out.
This is Alex, the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This is Alex, Beer Master, signing out. Cheers, everybody.
And the link is in the chat if anybody wants to join up. We don't know what we're going to be doing. We may be going over to a live stream on East Coast LQ Reviews. So head over there if you see that. Cheers.
It's about to get all stupid up in here!